Chicago great, Simeon legend, University of Illini legend.
ILL, baby!
Man, flying the Illini, man. That's a Dick Vitale. I don't think he could have stated it any better. NBA great. It's always great to have a Chicago basketball icon, hoop legend, the one and only Nick Anderson in the building. Nick, how you feeling, brother?
What's going on, fellas? From that day I got drafted till we are sitting here in front of each other today, I'm thankful and I'm grateful that my mom has never worked another day in her life. People don't know. I can remember the conversations that me and Benji used to have all the time, that we were going to buy our mom a big house and a pretty car. It was so unfortunate that he wasn't here to live out that dream, but I lived out the dream for me and him. As you know, Benji wore number 25. I wore number 25 my entire college career and my entire NBA career because of Benji. You think about all the guys that came out of Simeon and went down to the U of I that wore number 25 after me at the University of Illinois. And then you have to give love to Newt, Juwan Howard. He wore number 25 at Michigan. We carry that name on. That legacy is still being carried today.
It is. It absolutely
is. You see D Rose wearing 25 now. It's special. That means something to me. And that's something I will always carry with me.
The guys at Simeon that wear 25, all of the guys at Illinois, Deion Thomas, Brian Notary, all of those guys up until now, and like you said, in the league, we see Kendrick Nunn. Jabari had number 25 stitched in his shoes when he played for the Bulls.
Yes, sir.
It's a Chicago thing, man. I feel like we wear Benji, you know, however we can represent Ben Wilson, we do it. I remember Common, one of his famous albums, I think it was One Day It'll All Make Sense or something, and he had a whole 4 bars about Ben Wilson, and it kind of just took me back. It's like anytime you hear a new Ben Wilson story, or anytime you hear the name Ben Wilson, it just resonates like none other. So I'm glad that you were able to, you know, start that whole, and I don't even want to call it a trend, because it's definitely more than a trend, you know?
Oh, exactly. It just carry on. One of the greats, one of the special ones. He will always be talked about. He will always be brought up in conversations somehow, some way. And because he was special. He was just a special guy, not only basketball-wise, but a human being. He was just a special dude. I still remember what I was doing and where I was at that day all that went down. I remember it like it happened yesterday. I just can't forget it.
You know, being outside, like across the street at the candy store or something when all of that went down.
Yeah, man, I remember it just like it was yesterday. And boy, the way how dark it got in a few seconds, it was, just to think about it, man, it just brings a dark cloud over your head.
I'm blessed.
Church Chicago's Power Hour. I'm
yeah.
your host, Angie Mims, and
Terrence Keys, TD, a.k.a. Terrence Daniels.
You got an inspirational word for today?
Oh, man, I'll be honored. Giving honor to God. Hey, man, on Sunday morning, it's early, so we got to give honor to God.
Yes, sir.
The good word for today is don't worry. Oftentimes in our life, in our walk, in our days, in our journeys, we find a way to just worry about so many things. And we just want to encourage you today that those worries is God's responsibility. It's God's responsibility, because at the end of the day, what we worry about, most times we can't handle.
Yes.
And we would agree together, we can't handle it. So we have to give it to God. That's his responsibility. And our job is to simply believe.
Yes.
I agree.
Simply believe. When we believe, the Bible says all things are possible.
Come on through here.
I believe that alone. I feel my
Preaching already.
You feel it? So be anxious for nothing. Even the Bible says don't worry about anything. In Matthew 6:33 it says don't worry about anything, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these other things be added unto you. So we're here to encourage you.
WIFTV.
Live from your studio. You're listening to Book of Dawn. Book of Dawn with Dawn Milhouse.
Good morning, sunshines. Good morning, Esco.
Good morning, Pretty and Pink.
Yeah, I see we're matchy. You got a little pink on over there yourself. I wore pink
for you
because it is the International Day of the Woman. It's Woman's Day.
We get one.
And we get we need like 30. But yes, it's International Women's Day and it's Proofreading Day. Proofread, y'all. Or use Grammarly. You don't have to.
I love Grammarly.
I do. Yeah. Grammarly is gonna make people lazy, but I do like it.
And Turn-In.
Yeah. Turn-In. They have to use that. Well, you work in collegiate, so yeah. Turn-In. But Grammarly it'll get you right.
Love it.
Yeah. It's interesting to see when you think you're a great writer, because I think I am. I know actually. But Grammarly has corrected me on a few occasions. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that sounded good. Never mind. It's Monday, March 8th. Wow, it is currently, we woke up, it was 48 degrees. It's going to be
so nice.
60 and sunny. I'm so excited. I said, slow down, little girl. Because I was almost naked when I came in here. I was like, slow down, little girl, before you catch something.
Jacket. No scarf, nothing.
You know how the old people tell you stop before you catch a cold, like in your booty, like you're gonna catch you. Yeah. So I just said, you know what? I layered, but I light layered, and then I went old school. Matching.
So
wait, hold on. I gotta show
Let
you.
me see. Let me see.
Little pink in the kick. Yeah. Where's my kick of the day cam? I thought we was gonna get me a camera to point down to my shoes every day. Maybe can I put that request in at the meeting this week? Did I
Do it on your Instagram.
Oh, I could do that. Okay, well, you're asking me to. I'm still learning.
If you're not doing enough.
Look, I'm still learning that. I got to type this. Where is Mary Q? Mary! Yeah. Yeah, it's International Day of the Woman. It's also Proofreading Day, or you could call it Grammarly Day. Whatever you call it, just make sure you proofread. 48 degrees, high is 60, 61 in the suburbs. If you live in the suburbs, it's going to be 61. So go ahead and get your tan on.
Surreal to me.
Yeah, I'm excited. But it is Chicago, guys. Don't get super geek. Yeah, because it's
Give it 2 hours.
a day. Give it a day. Give it a day. The word of the day is knobby. Knobby. N-O-B-B-Y. It's an English word, first used in 1788. It's an adjective. It's pronounced knobby. Knobby. In America, we probably put it
over there.
knobby. That was good. Nah. That was good, Esco. I like that. You quick with it. It is describing a person of wealth or high social position. Synonyms like elegant or stylish or classy. So, yeah. So, in a sentence, somebody would say, well, let's talk about the current events. Let's talk about Meghan, princess. Is she still princess? Duchess.
Or does she still get a title?
I don't know. I hope she does.
Or Meghan, the formerly known as the Duchess of Sussex.
It used to be.
I don't even know.
What had happened was Meghan did not acclimate well to the knobby lifestyle. And she said that in the interview, actually. She said honestly, she was just 100. She said, I didn't even know how to curtsy and didn't even know it would be a thing until I actually met the lady in person and had to learn. So, yeah. I think, though, that speaks to a greater need that we have. My mother afforded us etiquette class. I think we should all know how to curtsy. I don't care if you never go to England. There are just some proper things. Here I go again with proper English and speak. Just some things you should know. You never know when you're going to be in a position. And that could be the deal breaker. When there's etiquette to everything. There's golf course etiquette. I learned that because I didn't know it, and I was out there like it was a party, and it was a party, but there is etiquette on the golf course. There's etiquette and certain things you do in social settings that you should all know how to do, especially us, because that is where the deals are made.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So birthdays. I got a lot of birthdays because the weekend was full of birthdays. Jesus, all these March babies, Lord. I'm counting down for you and Sonia's birthday. Y'all got 20-something days, right? Mm-hmm. The 31st. To happy belated birthday to the boss lady's mama. Miss Jackson had a birthday.
She looks so good.
Didn't she look good?
Oh my gosh.
And how cute was Tennille? She was her Uber driver. How cute is that? That Tennille, if you're watching, and if you're not, somebody tag her. Can you drive Miss Daisy on her birthday? Because she think we Uber drivers every day.
Lord. My mom already started. I can't see at night.
I ain't gonna lie.
You're 58.
I would rather drive for my mother because my mother is about to be 82, and she feels like however she drives, people should adjust. And actually, nobody wants her to drive. She would be driving on the freeway in the far left lane, and just to merge to the right, my mother will make a full right angle turn. I'm like, Mama, you don't turn, fully turn the car.
I get into it every time I'm in the car with my mom and she's driving.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to fight today.
Yeah. So just, you know what? I will Uber black you. That's all. Or, let one of her sons, because you know how mommies are about their sons. So I just let her sons drive her. She likes my sister Patty's driving. So I can't, I listen to music and with cuss words and stuff. And she's like, I can't do Dawn's music. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then.
My grandma, turn it down.
Right. I'm driving. I need to have my own.
When you're in the kitchen,
then it's
all
cool. Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Happy belated birthday, Mama Jackson. Happy belated birthday. Mrs. Leek, Spencer Leek's mother, had birthday over the weekend as well. My homegirl, Kimberly Warren Coleman, Shaquille O'Neal, D.L. Hughley, Wanda Sykes, my cousin Anita Boyd. She was my first. I have a lot of cousins, but she was the first cousin that was like my sister and cousin. Yeah, so it was my sister cousin's birthday. All that happened on Saturday. Marty King and Shelly Yetter. That was all Saturday and Sunday birthdays. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I missed that. But today, happy birthday, Dr. Audrey Tanksley. It's her birthday. Yeah, Michelle Doolittle Wimberly, Biantha Spalding, Alan Berg, Luther South, Chuck West, Luther South, Mark Brooks, and Boris Kojo.
So special during this pandemic to have another year.
Come on now. Another day, another moment. Yeah. So do something with your life, right? They got to do something. We talking to Gina a little bit later, which is, I guess I should open the room. Hold on. I guess that would make sense to do that while I'm thinking. Before we talk to Gina, we've always had this like, this kind of girl talky thing on I will do that later.
Yeah, just catching up.
Yeah, look, catch up. So catch up, not cats up. Let's be clear. What did you do over the weekend?
My daughter allowed me to spend time with her.
Oh yeah, cool. Because you know they're.
She's 13.
Yeah,
she has a social life and
everything. She's so cute. 13. You look 13.
But she's starting a jewelry business.
Is she hand making them?
Yes.
Good for her.
And she's like, I'm going to learn about finance.
Has she given her business a name yet?
No.
No, not yet.
I told her we're getting the pitch ready to pitch it to investors, a.k.a. Papa.
Yeah. Papa.
Grandpa.
Yeah, well, you already know.
Whatever, she wants to do so many things. Every time I'm like, heck yeah.
But I like the idea of the pitch because then you give her that that accountability.
Yeah.
And ownership.
Because I'm tired of funding it.
Girl, well,
baby. We go to Hobby Lobby, $80.
I'm going to Hobby Lobby when I leave here today. I love Hobby Lobby. Me too.
And in the springtime,
I'm going in there really for two things. But if I come in this mug with decorations from the Easter Bunny, you already know how I get out. Like, because the eggs, it just keeps
That's how she gets me.
It keeps calling me. All the y'all. I'm apologizing now because all the little fake grass is gonna be in this mug. You're gonna walk in here.
Florals.
Yes.
We just need that. It's springtime.
It is springtime. Speaking of springtime, I need to. Did I tell you how beautiful my wreaths for Christmas were for my front door?
Do one, right?
Listen,
for every.
I have to take them down. They're still on the door. They are so dope. I couldn't take them down. I said to Mr. Milhouse the other day, I probably should take these down. It's almost Easter.
I have a pink tree that I just took down.
Yeah. Well, okay, cool. I'm glad I don't feel so bad because I just took the ribbons off the front gate. I still have the garland on the stair rails, the railing, but the wreaths are so pretty. But Hobby Lobby, I might be able to find me a springy Eastery thingy.
I saw some.
We got a new wind chime. I love wind chimes. So it's just beautiful music.
Like them because my mom always puts some. So anytime the door opens.
Oh,
where you going?
Oh, good one. Tell mom, good one. You better take notes and learn how to do that. So when little Bella baby starts trying to creep out, you like, I did not know. I did not know there was a wind chime at the back door, on the inside of the house.
But it's so important to decorate your home, especially during this time.
Yes, indeed.
I'm a nester, and I love seasonal decor.
Yeah.
I got it from my mom.
Yeah. I do, too. I you know that, because at Christmas time, I was like, oh, it's a holly jolly Christmas.
I was like, let me just bring a little bit of,
yeah. Can't help myself.
Whatever I think is going to happen when you come in, it's like, okay, no. Right. I was like, oh, that's cute. That's cute.
I can't help myself. I can't help it. If I wanted to, I wouldn't help it. I heard the conversation on the way to work about the bifocals. And so I have to, one day I'm going to learn how to mirror my screen because, girlfriend, I took a picture at the moment that Maze said something about Todd's glasses. I took a screenshot, and you were on it, and Mickey was on it, and Maze was on it. And Todd's face is like his phone is right here. I almost had a wreck because I was like, in real time, he is doing
adorable.
It was adorable. I was like, oh gosh, I'm posting that. I hope.
So cute. But my daughter's glasses are. She needs like the aggressive kind.
You know,
aggressive.
I wonder if people know that as parents, we can talk about this as parents. I have gotten my children on an eye exam every year of their life, starting at like 1. Yeah.
I was, a young mom.
Yeah. You know what?
I was not that young, but I don't wear glasses.
Yeah.
Nobody in my immediate, it was his side. I blame his side.
Yeah, right. Daddy. But if you, and I, when my first was born, I was on, I like to say I was on public assistance, but they didn't give me, I told y'all they only gave me like $30 in food stamps. I don't know how these kids is getting like $1 million now because it never happened for me, but I did have the insurance. The green, we called it a green card. I don't know what it's called now, but Illinois Institute of Technology optometry department, best in this country, and they took public aid insurance.
You know what I love about CPS now? I believe every child gets an eye exam.
Good.
And they pull up with the van.
Good.
I believe.
Good. That's good to hear.
Absolutely.
Because you just don't know what you don't know.
And the mom guilt that I carried.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Because guess what? It doesn't come with a handbook. So we learn, and guess what? She will learn from that. And then the chain will be broken. So you made a difference because you didn't know, and now she knows.
Everybody, you have a baby? Okay, check them eyes.
Yeah.
How's the eyes? Okay. Good.
Yeah. Yeah, that and
before they wouldn't check. Now I believe it's standard.
Yeah. Well, I hope so. I hope so.
I didn't really notice it. I was like, oh, she likes being by the TV. Okay. But one time she just hit a table. And I said, hold on.
Right. Something right here. Right. Hold on, Hoppo.
I think she was maybe almost 4.
Well, I'm glad she's so freaking cute. Well, my oldest had this surgery. Hers weren't. I wonder. I'm gonna have to ask Ryan what her like.
No patch or anything.
No, she got the surgery. Listen, she didn't. She had been talking about it for like a year, and I was like, oh no,
LASIK.
Yeah, she had LASIK, and she had it as an adult. She bought a coupon on Groupon. This was like 7 years ago
when it first came out.
And so I was really nervous. No, she got it on Groupon, and she got a really good deal. And she told me after the fact. And we were like, how did you afford that? And she was like, I got it on Groupon. I'm like, oh my God, clutch my pearls. You bought something off the Groupon and let them dig in your eyeballs. No! She's not had a problem since that day and has not had to wear glasses.
Now, I'm not sure if LASIK works, but you still need reading glasses. Something like that.
Well, it depends on your prescription. It depends on your prescription.
Because I'm thinking, I told Bella, I'm like, hey, if you want to do it when you're 18, fine.
Yeah.
I'm for it, but I don't think it's going to correct. I don't know.
Well, I would check because I know a lot of people that have had it successfully. As a matter of fact, I don't know anybody who has not had it and wasn't successful at it. So, and Ryan was struggling. And I didn't know it. Like when she was in high school, I ended up getting her contacts, but it got progressively worse.
It is hard dealing with glasses. Now that I have reading glasses, I'm like, take them off, put them on. I'm like, and it's so,
On the flip side, the baby girl at some point needed glasses. She was having headaches and she needed glasses.
That's how I found out.
But guess what? For 2 years now, she's not needed them.
Perfect.
So, it could be a phase. It could definitely be a phase, but we're going to just ask God because we know he can, that he will correct her vision. Amen. How about that part? And should it not be his will, we're just going to buy her a bunch of designer glasses and she's going to be the flyest glass wearing chick in the building. How about that? Auntie Dawn about.
Look, you could put that blue light on it.
Exactly.
What do you need? I was like, Bella, what do you want? You want that? Okay, add that.
She's so cute.
Add that.
Well, tell her I'd like an ankle bracelet. If ankle bracelets are in her purview of products.
No, I mean, I'm ordering from Amazon, the little packets you put it in.
Okay.
Give it to people.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yes, I would like an ankle
will let
bracelet.
her
I
know.
love ankle bracelets. Yeah, I have a Pandora bracelet that's not supposed to be an ankle bracelet. I just bought the biggest Pandora chain they had, so it would fit around my ankle with a couple charms.
I think I got a chunky ankle.
You do not have a chunky ankle. And if you feel like you have a chunky ankle, you could just put a very thin chain on your ankle. Girl, it will make your ankles, you'll feel super sexy. Super sexy. You know what? I don't know if May's talked about this because it didn't tune in till late, but did you hear about our sister city of Evanston? They are poised to be the first city in the country
Oh my gosh, for what?
to give reparations to Black people.
Oh, yes.
So I'm excited about that. And however it comes, somebody's got to start the way. It's not all going to be perfect. People that didn't agree were picking it apart. But my thing is, hey, let's just start somewhere. They can't do it all in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was slavery, and neither will be the reparation of that. But we have to start somewhere. So I'll take it. You're getting $1 billion off the weed game that Black people are incarcerated for. Run that back.
Look, they can do it. They choose not to do it.
Yeah, well, they're
that
voting.
bag.
They're
that
voting.
bag.
They're voting on it. I feel like if the mayor's listening or the governor, we should never let Evanston beat us. We should have been doing that first. They gave out the staggering profits of the marijuana in the first 60 days of 2021, and it's a lot of bud smokers.
Well,
in the
JB
city.
has a house over there, so
Maybe
his taxes over there, if he pays those. I'm not sure.
Or if no toilets were taken out or for whatever. I'm excited though. I just say let's start somewhere. Okay, if we can't do it in a day, but we can get it. We can do it. That's all I'm
If they
saying.
wanted to do it, they would do it.
Well, they're gonna vote on it. It's
No,
up for
Biden
vote.
said they need another study.
No, they're gonna do it. We're gonna speak. Listen, we're going to speak that thing. Can we do that? Can we speak that thing into existence? Speaking of that, it is, it's Women's Month. So my promise to make certain that I do a Black woman history fact, I will do that now. I'm going to tell you about a lady named Daisy Bates. I have to say it like that because she's from Arkansas. Or Arkansas, wherever you're from. She was born 11/11/1914 in Huttlig, Arkansas. You know that's a town of probably 7. She is a civil rights activist, best known for her work on behalf of the Little Rock Nine. You all know it. You know what that is because you're an educator. Bates and her husband founded the Arkansas State Press, a weekly African-American newspaper that advocated for civil rights. In 1952, Bates became the president of the NAACP's Arkansas chapter, and in 1957, she fought for the Little Rock Nine, the 9 Black students who were attending the all-white school as a part of the school's desegregation. She escorted and advocated for the students amid tense opposition and is honored by the state of Arkansas with a state holiday on the 3rd Monday of February. Now that's recognition. A state holiday? Martin Luther King holiday wasn't even in Arizona but till 2 days ago.
But 1957.
Ain't that crazy?
That is just yesterday.
Yeah. My mother was a full grown-up woman with 6 kids, and 3 of her children had already been born. So, yeah, that's a shame. But, yeah. She also wrote a memoir. She has a book, The Long Shadow of Little Rock, and it is the recipient of an American Book Award. I ordered it yesterday. I'm like, who knew? I have realized that I'm a bookaholic. I can't help myself.
Reader.
I can't help myself.
I'm a a reader.
It is I don't know, something about it. It just, I don't know.
My mom worked 3 jobs, so she always would buy books.
Yeah, to keep you to get
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I also ordered yesterday, and we'll have it today because I realized I waited too long. Sister Soldier book, you know it's out, the new one, the coldest one ever, the second part. I paid. Actually, I could have got it on Audible, but I like turning the pages. It was a immediate download for like $8 on Kindle, but I didn't want it like that, so I got the. Let me see. How much was this book? It was $18 on Amazon, so that's cheaper than Costco or Sam's. So yeah, I can't wait. I just. When they're that good, when those books are that good, I stop working, so I have to use my time wisely.
So you just until you're done.
Yeah,
you
I gotta
pause.
I can't. Yeah, if it's good, it's just like I can't sleep. I already what's that called? What's my thing called? Oh, the perimenopause gives me insomnia. I experience insomnia, and so there are some days when I literally am up all night because I cannot physically go to sleep. But it'll be one of my insomnia night books.
I love that.
Yeah. And then I'll pass it off.
To look forward to.
Yeah, I will pass it off. I don't have a problem. I like sharing books.
Do you want them back?
No. The ones that I want back, I won't give. I'll buy you one. But yeah, the ones that I want back, I'm not, I ain't that nice. There's some books, like Dondre's book, I won't share that one because, first of all, it's all marked up, and we got notes in it for our part 3. We decided that we're going to have to, every couple months, do another part.
Oh, my gosh. Because every time you're interviewing him, it's just another gem. And I love a male perspective.
Absolutely.
And everything I hear on your show, I take that and I try to apply it to my little brothers some way, somehow.
And I tell you what, something you just said is we can be independent, but we need a male perspective. I think it's okay, ladies. It's okay to listen. Nobody's saying you have to do everything, but we have to understand their perspective about all things so that we can be whole. We carry a lot of ish because we be so busy, being Rosie the Riveter. Sometimes just be a girl and listen. Sometimes fall back a little bit. It's okay. It's okay to just actually listen.
What'd you say?
What you talking about, Willis?
I'm not trying to hear that.
What? Yeah. So that I will read it fast and then I'll give it to you, and you can pass it off. But I know Tucson is not up this early watching, but I did get him a book. He wants a book for his son from Dondre. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's a good show. He said he's going to talk about girls next time. I said, okay. If you're interested, we had Ryan Ashley give us some fit tips last Friday, and she gave me some exercises for it says, what's in it for the black people?
I need my glasses.
Yes, I'll bring you one. I'll bring it close. But I'm going to post it online as well because these are made for people that you can do in the office. You can do these don't all require you to be in the gym.
But what's one?
One of them
give me one easy one.
Air bicep curls. So that's just like literally, well, I shouldn't be the demonstrator because I'm not good at it, but that's just with the air. Yeah. Another one is 30 wrist rolls.
Oh, I like that.
30 ankle rolls. Moving your ankles.
I'm short. My legs kind of hang. So
and which is not good for you because then the blood goes down there. Do they ever hurt? Are they stingy sometimes? Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're going to have to get you a little footstool.
I had a box, and Ron, he's so particular.
Did he?
He always moves.
Because he got them long legs.
Get mad at me.
Right. Wall push-ups during the shows. You can do wall push-ups. You can do shoulder shrugs. I should probably do that I should do that more so it can help my neck. There's quite a few on there. Toe touches, you can touch. Well, you can't touch your toes because you have a high seat. So if you bend over to touch your toes, you're gonna tumble over because there's no ground to protect you.
I do the calf lifts. You know, when you just tippy toe and you just.
Did you see her when she said, hold your wait, what did she say? Hold your breath.
Core.
Yeah, pull in. Does your stomach feel tight? Now breathe out. Did your stomach feel tight when you breathed in? Breathe out. She said, that's a sit-up. You're contracting your muscle. I said, wow.
7.
40.
No, but it's going to be 60, you know.
It is going to be 60, baby. It's
summer
time to
dress.
get this COVID.
I got to get it tight.
It's time to get this COVID muffin top off.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, this muffin top got to go.
I have a COVID-15, I promise you.
Yeah, I probably got a COVID at least 9.
Oh.
I ain't the Little Rock 9, but I'm the COVID 9.
Hush.
I promise you I am.
Hush.
I am. I have a question for you guys. What culture would you like to learn more about? Have you ever, or is there a period of time that you just wish you lived in?
But not in America?
It doesn't matter. What culture or what period of time would you like to learn about or have lived in?
It hasn't always been great.
And
for women, number one.
True. I think if I had to live in an era in time, oh God, I have a few. I would definitely have wanted to live through the Renaissance, the Harlem Renaissance. I love just that culture, just the swag of it. Just look at the way that women people got up and got dressed just to get up and get dressed. They didn't have to be going anywhere. And I think. Yeah. I want to go back in time in music history. So I want to live when Sam Cooke was around. I want to live back then with the greats. That's what I'd like to do. Yeah. I think about occasionally going back to slavery, but only as a person that's looking from a window where nobody can see me.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to
experience that. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Minus.
Yeah. So culture, though? What culture would I think probably England, like British. A little knobby. I feel like a little knobbiness in me. I probably would do well.
I don't know, maybe India?
Ooh.
You know,
ooh. Yeah.
No, maybe Hawaii.
Ooh, I've been there. Yeah.
Oh, no. See,
she cannot hear.
It's just white supremacy is everywhere.
Hawaii's cool, though. Have you been there?
In my dreams.
Okay, so when I started the airline, dating myself, back in 90/01/29, that was my seniority date. I don't know how it is now because I don't work for the airline now, but we got hella discounts, right?
Oh my gosh.
And so we flew TWA. We flew. Each way was $10 in coach.
Pardon?
Coach and first class was $20 each way. And they deducted it from your check, so you didn't even have to pay it in advance, boo. Okay?
Oh, for...
Yes. So I took full advantage of it, just so you know. Going to Hawaii and the Bahamas were like going to Harvey. Because it was like, and then you get, the sisterhood of the fraternity of hospitality. You get discounts at the hotels. So the hotel would be like $35 a night. So here I got the flight coming out my check, and all I need is 35 times however many days. And then, I don't eat a lot of stuff. I can live off fruit. And
so how was it?
Girl, the bomb. Yeah. Yeah, and we went like it was going to Rainbow Beach. It was like, where are you going, Hawaii? It was like, oh, wow. But
yeah, I'll be back in about 5 days.
But it really was affordable. because of the benefit of the airline. So yeah.
I have a couple friends out there. They're Filipino. And the area they stay at, wow, I mean, everything's expensive.
Oh no, wait.
Milk?
Yeah, it's very. Oh yeah,
talking about
$7 a gallon,
regular
baby.
stuff.
Yeah, well, because they have to get it across the water. That's all the islands, though. But
Isn't it just an inactive volcano? Hawaii, isn't it just like an?
I don't know.
I have to verify.
We did go to the Black Sand Beach though.
How was that?
Breathtaking.
I bet.
Breathtaking. Something. Travel is everything for me.
Yes.
Travel is everything for me. The Black Sand Beach. Now that was a different trip. I didn't take Ryan to the Black Sand. That was when I went to Maui, because we spent all of our time in Honolulu. I will tell you that Honolulu Zoo is probably one of the best I've seen. I like to go, when I travel, I like to go to the zoo and to the Black History Museum in those places. And so that's my thing. Like I got like 3 things. And then I go get a Pandora charm from whatever city or country I'm in. So I have like 9 Pandora bracelets because when I visit U.S. cities, I go to those Pandoras as well because it's all travel. It's just my little.
And I love that it's international.
Yeah, it's so cute. Yeah, we spent a lot of time in Waikiki Beach, and we did like the Dole Pineapple Factory. The first couple times we did all the touristy stuff, and then we just basically went over there to lay on the beach and be beach bums, which was super freaking duper cool. Nice. Yeah, you got to take Bella.
She wants to go to Tokyo.
Oh, I do too, but not right now. I want to wait like another. We were supposed to go to the Olympics last year. I figured we should probably go there in 2022. We're going to wait a whole year past the vaccination because
Right. I don't know if they're getting vaccinated over there.
I don't know what they're doing, but I ain't.
Really into that MAGA and anime.
Oh, is that the cartoony
Japanese
thingy? Yeah. I saw somebody watching that. I wonder what that is. That the one with the little, and the hair looks a little.
They're all just.
And they're about, like, they're olive complected. Is that one? I saw somebody watching it, and I was like, I have to ask Ryan. She likes comics and stuff. Yeah. Now, Chef Satia said African culture. Now, I have been to Nigeria twice. I do like the culture. I don't know that I would want. They're a have and have not society. So I would want to be in the haves,
right?
Because the have-nots is like have-nots 10 degrees lower than us. Yeah, so it's very us and them. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it was first of all, just going there gave me a sense of spirituality. Just knowing I'm about to be in Africa, the continent was already, trying to figure it out in my mind, like, Jesus, like, who gets to do this, right? And so when you're there, you're just taking it in because as somebody educated in the States, there's so many freaking lies. You get out like, oh, okay, that felt like I was in Chicago. I'm like, oh, there's not a junk, ain't no bunny. Like, where the monkeys and all the stuff that you think, And I was posting, and all my friends were like, be safe. Are you okay? I'm like, girl, you didn't ask me that when I was on 75th Street day before yesterday. Like,
that's why I love YouTube.
Yeah.
It's allowed me to see many places.
Yeah.
And
YouTube's dope.
As an American, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I used to have such prejudice thinking about other countries.
You better believe I think we all did. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hope, YouTube is dope. YouTube's instructional.
Yeah. YouTube University.
YouTube. Yay. Let's get it. Can I get a PhD from there? You think if you could create me one with Upward Bound, if I learn so many things and you quiz me?
Look, all we got to do is write a grant.
Oh, let's do it. I got to get my food service sanitation recertified next week, so I'm going to have a sub next week, so you'll be with comedian cousin Jeremiah Frazier.
Jeremiah.
Yeah, and y'all wish me well because I haven't had to get it recertified in a little bit, so I got to actually study. I gotta use my brain. And then my conceal and carry in 2 weeks. Oh, speaking of girl talk, I got to get the ma'am tomorrow night. The ma'am. Got to put these puppies in the press. Look, I got to put these puppies in the presser. I'm like, ugh. The things we do for love, child. I got to,
Your health.
Man, would you get a mammogram if you had to?
I think they should, because
I do
men
too.
also
Get breast cancer. Then guess what I found out at the doctor last week?
Oh my gosh, what?
The test that I always thought was for men only, the cola something or rather, you know, the thing where they go in your booty. That I get that. Women have to have that. Ugh. I'm scared. I'm scary. I'm scary.
Get knocked out.
Oh, they're gonna put me to sleep. You have to have somebody drive you home.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So I'm a little nervous. I just.
You got this.
Maybe I should go live. Should I go live?
That's something you want to share?
Hey, if it educates the people, then just.
I don't want to see it.
Look.
I don't want to see it.
Look, my butt gets tight. What one thing did you buy this weekend that you could have saved your money?
Some jewelry, wire.
Oh, no, that's
Some
your
books.
investment. You're the COO of the company, honey.
But my daughter gets me. She's like, let's go to Barnes & Noble. She's an avid reader, right?
Oh, I love that.
Fine. She comes back with 7 books.
She better.
I said,
She got to strike
4.
while. Oh, were you guys negotiating?
No, she just, because whatever, she's a straight A student. She gets what she wants. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, in a week, I'm like, pick 4. She's like, you're absolutely right. 7 is a little aggressive. Let me go put this back.
I love that baby.
I
just
like,
adore
who
that
is
child.
she?
Right? Who?
She's just so understanding that I can't have an attitude.
I loved her.
She does like.
She's so easy breezy.
Because I'm like, blah.
She's so easy.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
I binged TV yesterday. I caught up on all my shows. I did finally watch, Coming to America.
What you think?
It was cute. Look, did I laugh? Not once. But it was cute. I'm an Eddie Murphy fan. Y'all know. I told y'all my Eddie Murphy story, right?
Yes.
Yeah, when he was sitting outside my job. So I know that Eddie Murphy. It was cute. I mean, it was.
My daughter enjoyed it.
I'm sure she did. What it did was introduce another generation. And so for that, okay, long live the culture. But
one is the one I'm going to have on repeat forever.
Yeah, it was just. And I still laugh at that one when I watch, because
every time
the issue's funny. But the new one, it was just like.
It was a family film to me.
I felt like
it was good. It was a good, solid movie.
Yeah. But I definitely didn't laugh. Like, it was like, when I start getting distracted, it was kind of a little bit of overkilly. It's a little overkilly with the.
But it was PG-13. Okay. Bella can finally watch PG-13.
She can.
Finally. So she's like,
I'm watching them all.
I'm watching them all. And I was like, oh, it's Eddie, though. And the first one was but no.
Yeah.
Super awesome movie.
It was good. It was not funny. It was very cute. I mean, but it was not funny. I'm just going to say that because I think my expectation with all of those comedians was I'm going to chuckle. Oh, my God. And I didn't get that. But it's okay. Support the cause. I watched all of the episodes of this season for Snowfall because I had to catch up. I hadn't watched not one. I'm a Snowfall fan. It is intense, but it is real. Like, that stuff is real. I remember days like that. I got stories that I don't know if the statute of limitations is off. So I can't tell everything. But I love Snowfall.
Drama. You like drama. I like comedy. So Schitt's Creek.
No, I love Schitt's Creek.
I just want to laugh.
I watched the United States versus Billie Holiday finally.
I love that for you.
That was good. I like Billie Holiday. I like Lady Sings the Blues. Like I like, but here again,
dark.
Here we're talking about that time, that period of time. Remember, I said that's a period of time that I would have just being in that space, watching all those incredibly talented Black people fight for just the right to take the elevator and not the service elevator. But yeah, she had a rough life.
A lot. Oof.
She had a rough life that Lady Sings the Blues never covered. I was like, dang. She was a prostitute as a child. I can't even fathom. Yeah. For like $5 a day. Essentially, sex traffic. Like, I was just like, and the pettiness of the United States government, Lord God. I mean, really? Over a song she sang about, inspired by a poem that was already published? All that over strange fruit? Come on. Now it's weird because I always say sometimes somebody is, oh, they're strange fruit. But I don't think I should say that anymore because I don't see them hanging from a tree.
I had to explain it to Bella. And
Because
we couldn't get through without crying.
Yeah.
But I said, this is real.
Yeah.
This is what happened to Black Americans.
This is,
Mexican Americans, this is what happened.
Absolutely.
And you got to do better.
And we have to.
It's your generation that's going to change the world.
Absolutely. It really is. It really is. Thank God for her and her entrepreneurial spirit.
Your babies and you got to.
Yeah, that little one, she's going to change the world because she likes fine cuisine, expensive stuff, and traveling.
I
going to figure out, Miss J is going to figure that out.
I didn't know how bougie Bella was.
Oh, yeah. We have bougie children, okay?
And
until she walked up to you with them 12 books and said,
no, we go to the steakhouse. Oh, okay.
And you like.
Oh, you getting the lobster?
I love it. Okay, Bo. But you know what? Like you said earlier, they're so good.
They never ask for anything. They know how to play you.
Yeah. Another thing. Remember, let's circle back to etiquette and exposure. Take your kids out to restaurants where you sit down.
Yes.
And you can even do it at home, but take them out so they learn the process of ordering.
Teach them how to cut a steak properly.
Please. Right.
No,
we don't want that.
No, she's all about manners. It's like manners will take you where money cannot.
And that's my point. That was the conversation I had with nephew and Mary Q. There's a time and a place for everything. And when you learn etiquettes of the golf course or the restaurant or, how to curtsy, like there's value in it.
Because you might work at the UN and you will meet these dignitaries.
Queens, absolutely. Absolutely. Plus,
you're representing me.
At the end of the day.
It doesn't matter where you go, you're representing me and your family. And
the labor of your love working to provide for her. So, yeah. Get them. And like you said, if you can't get to the restaurant, go on YouTube. Google has everything. Show them place settings. Show them how to.
And the soup, it goes this way.
Absolutely.
You use this one.
And you use. Come on now. Reverend Escobar.
What's a la carte?
Yeah.
Just little simple things.
Yes. What are those things? And you don't have to like them all, but you have to be aware.
And I love when my students get to learn that.
Yeah.
Because the next time we go somewhere, they're just so empowered.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And they understand, okay, salad first.
And then they can actually go teach their families. Because their families might not know. But then they're the leader in that of their families.
And it's for you.
Absolutely.
It's for you. I don't care if it's dollar store, fork, plate.
Just get 7. Just get 7 of them and line them up so you know the order. They don't have to be.
Don't be intimidated.
Do not. Embrace the change and the process of learning. It really, there is value in it. Because there's nothing worse than seeing a grown-up whole person with $2 extra who thinks that because they have $2 extra, some kind of way they have manners. You don't. Like, learn it, study it, be a student of it so that you know when it's appropriate to do certain things. Like I told you, because I'm a great golfer in my head, but I'm really still a beginner.
I was so bad.
I am too. But I'm trying to get. When we were out of town recently, we went to the driving range and I got some work to do, but it's okay. I'm working on it.
So bad.
But learning things like you got to be quiet
when to speak.
You got to be quiet when the other you can't. I don't care if there are 4 of you. You can't you can't do that over there. Like I learned a couple years ago, Melody and I were golfing, and we got in big trouble because the other group with us that we couldn't find their ball, and I didn't know you had to find the other people's ball. I was like, oh. You got yours? She like, yeah. Like, I got mine. She's like, okay. We have to find. Oh, okay. Well, why do we have to? Like, it was
I
so.
just get so tired after like the 4th hole. I'm just
you gotta.
I'm drinking in the car.
Oh yeah, because the drinking is. That's what I used to go for. Just really to drive, use the putter.
No, you get business done there.
Yeah, you do get. That's where a lot of hey.
Gotta raise this money
That's
for
where
my baby.
You better know that. But yeah, so go to the driving range. We should go together.
Okay, I'll go with you.
Yeah.
I'm just really, really bad.
So am I. We can be really bad together.
You know, I did softball, so I want to be up here.
Yeah. And I did basketball. So and then the arm straight, get an angle this way, you gotta turn this way, you gotta lean over. I'm like, and then they're like, and then you wanna graze the ground. I do.
My dad and brother.
So I'm swinging and it sounds and feels good. But then I realized the ball's still here because I'm swinging. Like, oh, dang, I ain't hit that.
I'm so confident, too,
right.
when
And then you look down it and you're looking for it. Oh, it's right there. Okay, my bad. Yeah. I'll get better, though. We'll get better together. We'll get better.
Let's do it.
And they have an indoor golf spot by my house. So we can go and practice where nobody can see us. But learning how to golf is really, and it's good for you.
Sweating.
It's good for these things, these little things that keep adding to my. Let me do my whatchamacallit. Yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ! I guess we should take a break because I think Miss Gina. I think Gina popped in here. Hold on, I see her face. She back there dancing, y'all. I'm not gonna just put. She listening. Hold on. I'm gonna catch her off guard. Hold on. She's cracking up. Gina, I'm looking at you. I know you can hear me and Esco. This is the Book of Dawn. We're going to take a break. Gina is going to holler at us today about the benefits of sex that extend beyond the bedroom. Who knew? It's the Book of Dawn. Tell your friends. Share. Let me give you my serious face. Why y'all don't share my page and stuff as much as y'all share everybody else? Okay, let's take a break.
WIFTBPM. My name is Cassandra J. Matz, current Village of Olympia Fields trustee and your candidate for Village President of Olympia Fields. I've been a resident of Olympia Fields for 28 years. I believe in building strategic partnerships, establishing governance boundaries, and have and will continue to dedicate my life's work as a respected and credible voice when it comes to decision making. Olympia Fields has always been a community of familiarity and comfort, and I want to make sure the village stays that way. On Tuesday, April 6th, vote Cassandra J. Matz for your Olympia Fields Village President. Paid for by Citizens for Cassandra J. Matz.
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality Black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe Black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of Black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Pink events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Pink members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
WIFTDPN.
Oh, you proved me wrong. This ain't a regular love, babe. It's that waking out your sleep with me massaging your feet, babe. It's that anything you want, I'm only here to please you. Until I met you, and I don't know if it's real or is it just a phase I go through, but I feel that it's true. We don't need no labels, babe. What we got is something different. We don't need no labels, babe. Lady, we don't need no labels to show that what we have is something special. For sure, for sure. I don't feel it's a one night stand. No. It's that look you in your eyes, make love in paradise. A one life stand. It's that sweep you off your feet, give you everything you need. That's what I'm feeling. It's that don't pick up the phone, cause we wanna be alone. And I never thought I'd feel this way, then you came along and proved me wrong. Oh no, I never had an interest in love until I met you. And I don't know if it's real, or is it just a phase I go through, but I feel that it's true. We don't need no labels, babe. What we got is something different. We don't need no labels, babe. Lady, we don't need no labels to show that what we have is something special. For sure. Since you came in my life, I see so clear now, yeah. You're so special, no need for labels.
WIFTDP.
Live from your media studio. You're listening to Book of Dawn. Book of with Dawn Milhouse.
Welcome back. You're tuned into the Book of Dawn, broadcast live from the What's in It for the Black People Media Studios. Guess what, y'all? I said good morning this morning and got so into the conversation with Escobar. I didn't tell y'all I appreciate you for letting me in your living rooms and your cars and all the places that you let me in. So, all that stuff I should have said at the beginning because I was so busy having doggone conversations about donuts and stuff. I'm Dawn Milhouse, the host of the Book of Dawn. If you didn't know that, now you know. And now I'm done with that. Welcome back to the Book of Dawn, Gina Lamar. What's up, Gina?
Yo, good morning. Good morning. How are you? I know I felt that like maybe I still have the frog in my throat.
Nah, you could.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is G. Hey. Okay, sorry.
Gina, I cannot wait until we can go outside and do our karaoke.
I was going to say, but I love the fact that you just go straight to it. She knew exactly what to do, right? I even hear Esco in the background like, hey, hey.
Yes, indeed.
So first of all, I am so sorry for being a little late this morning and not being able to hear everything, because I always have to try to hear what, where you all are going and keep the flow going. Even though we are always talking about sex, I can always, connect the dots with you all. And I missed that this morning. So I don't know if you said it, but I'm going to say it. Happy International Women's Day.
You already know.
I really got behind because CBS did. I'm ended up watching CBS this morning because of the Oprah, the layover from yesterday. And then they did a great segment with Stacey Abrams.
Oh.
And Janelle Monáe about voting and stuff, right? And how they're really pushing for women's rights and women voting. So that kind of threw me off because I was all into it. It was really, really good because today is International Women's Day, and the month of March is, Women's History Month. Although I keep saying to folks, we're women, we're making history every day.
Say that.
Every time we birth one of you mugs, every time, even though I haven't birthed anybody, I'm always saying it for everybody else.
Nieces and nephews.
You got it. Every time, or my girls, every time somebody births one of you mugs, it's Women's History. We just made history every time we do that. So I too am happy to be here on the Book of Dawn, right? On the Book of Dawn every Monday, except for the last Monday when I get bumped by the big guy, which I'm okay with. Because I actually like that. I actually like, we got to let him come in and do what he does because he's the man. And that's always the good thing. Dawn.
Yes, I'm ready. I got your joke. Hold on, I got your joke. I forgot to give you.
I just have to say this, though. I know it wasn't shade, but it was so good. I love that last line before you went to break. Isn't it true that when you have
it. Look, say it. It probably was shade.
Why you keep on sharing everybody else? If you share me one more thing, and you're not sharing that Monday Night Mingle page or this Book of Dawn page, especially on a Monday, I'm gonna say something. I like it. Say it again. Yeah. Say it say it louder for the chicks in the back.
Can I even let me just be more clear, since I know my boss is listening. You do know that I am the stepchild of this station. Okay. But that's okay. I'm okay. Let me explain. Let me go a little bit more getting down further. Okay. I am the stepchild. It's cool though. I get it. I didn't get it for a long time, and I was way feeling some type of way. I was like deep in my belly, like, you kidding me, right? Because you know me. If I'm in, I'm in.
I'm in. We doing this.
I had to call myself to a bad word. I said, "Nah, B, pull back. Fall back a little bit, shawty. Fall back. Because I'm okay being Cinderella because I know I'm the one that can fit the slipper. So keep trying it on. You ain't got to share. Look, let me say this let me grab some air. You ain't got to share me. Ooh. You ain't got to promote me.
And I'm still
gonna be the OG of the city and the building. I'm just
man.
Okay.
Still gonna shine.
Gina pulled me back. Y'all got to tell y'all a joke. Hold on.
Man.
Y'all know I was sitting in traffic the other day. In Chicago. Probably why I got ran over. Caught y'all guard. I'm so worried.
Stand you.
Or the other person.
I can't stand you for that.
But here's the joke of the day.
That wasn't the joke?
Oh, that other one, I just was just something I had to catch you off guard with. Why did the Scarecrow win an award?
Scarecrow win an award because he was full of hay.
Because she
was outstanding in her field.
I said it. I promise you. I was thinking outstanding.
I'm feeling it.
Yes.
That was good, right? Got y'all again. Just had to say that. Okay. Gina counts on me because the kids.
I do. It
matters.
I'm totally using this one. But you just said something about Cinderella that one of my 5-year-old nieces, great nieces, is hilarious. Somewhere in there, whenever you ask her to do something, she says, "I'm not Cinderella," like when you're making her do work or chores or something, right? So we've got to make this flip this connection with Cinderella, because somewhere in there she keeps thinking like I'm the wicked stepsister or the stepchild or whatever and stuff, right? Because every time you ask her to do something, she goes, I'm not Cinderella. But it's so funny because we're going, of course you're Cinderella. You're the princess. You're the prize. You're the thing. But she's somewhere in there watching Cinderella.
So
flip happened.
Listen, so you have to tell her that Auntie said, Cole, diamonds don't look like diamonds when you see them for the first time. So it's work to do. Okay? Yeah. Tell her she got some work to do.
Apply pressure.
Come on now. So tell her she is Cinderella.
I know.
Tell
but
her.
It cracks us up. Like, what did she misunderstand with that? She's a pretty bright kid. Right. But somewhere with Cinderella, when you say, hey, pick up your things, do this, and she goes, hey, throw this in the garbage. She goes, I'm not Cinderella. And we're like, okay, we're not sure where that confusion came, but that's okay. That's really great. But yes, I just had to make sure we jumped on that. And I'm definitely going to do the scarecrow and the outstanding in her field. I think that would work better on the 11-year-olds. Yeah. Well, one of them just turned 12 now. So now.
Well, any of them has watched The Wizard of Oz. They should know exactly what that is. Because that was Michael Jackson's. I'm sorry. I'm going.
That would be The Wiz.
What? All of it's the same.
Well, and come on, you've seen both. Yeah, we know you and I have seen both, right? We knew The Wizard of Oz before we knew The Wiz.
That's true.
You got it. We knew that, right? And so the difference, once it did come to life and stuff, was just, I think The Wizard of Oz, I remember the Scarecrow more so being in the field and being like that. Because once The Wiz came out, I mean, it was just a totally different experience for me.
Well, he was on the block. Look,
I'm just saying.
You can't break even and you can't get out of the
game.
You can't win, child.
Okay, we are nuts.
Can't get out of the brain. Sorry. Okay.
We talk about these things that women need for sexual health and women. And, let me just go back with that. It's Women's International Day, because as we looked at this segment, really and truly, think about the number of women who do not have the ability to have these types of conversations. Ooh. Think about the girls who are like married off at 12 to their cousin, right? Because it happens, right?
Well, we saw that in Coming to America. Well, we saw it almost happen because they chose their own mates.
Almost. Right. Because they choose, and you remember the dowries and, how things are set up, and you get, who can bring the most money to the family is who gets married off. I actually worked with someone, have a former colleague who was married to her second cousin for a year. I mean, they're still married, but I'm saying this happened 30 years ago. They have adult children 35 years ago, but they're from a Muslim culture, in India. And this was the norm. Right. And so we, just to be able to talk about sex on International Women's Day, which is every March 8th. And this is the National Week of Prayer also. So there's another event on Wednesday, the 10th, that I'll be moderating for National Week of Prayer, for National Week of Healing, rather. This is a National Week of Healing. So for prayer and everything. And Wednesday, the 10th, will be for HIV. But the fact that we can have this conversation, and some women don't even get to talk about it. They don't get to choose. They don't even get to decide for themselves. Like, this is a pretty empowering conversation to have today. It's also one of the reasons Monday Night Mingle exists, right? I've been working in this field for 20 plus years, and the conversations that I have with women, or just with people, period, about how they end up positive, right? It's built to one of the things here, self-esteem and body image, right? And it's so much so built to you, so much so connected to your self-esteem. When you think the only person you can get is the person who keeps coming to you, and you aren't empowered enough to say you have to use a condom, or you aren't empowered enough to say, I do not want to have sex, that is a really, once you teach them that, because that all comes from you teaching people how to protect themselves once they're positive and protect the public, right? before we had medication to let you protect yourself. So we have to have these conversations about, oh, it's your body. You can say no. You can say it's your body. You have to use a condom because you're the one with compromised immune system now. And so many people said, if I had known this and really had this kind of support and conversations, I probably wouldn't be positive, because I clearly would have said, no, I know you shoot drugs. No, I know you do other things. No, I know this or that. And I probably won't be having unprotected sex with you. So just being able to have these conversations about sex on International Women's Day, knowing all those other factors exist. Go on, Book of Dawn. We're doing this.
Hey, we're
doing this, right?
This is how we do. This is
and
how we do it. Okay,
I
you know,
love
everything goes to music for me. Okay, I'm sorry. Jump out your jukebox head, little girl. Come on, dog.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, because one of the things we talked about is to know what you like and dislike in the bedroom, right? And we had this conversation a couple of weeks ago that we still have women who don't know how to say to the left, to the right, you know, right there, just so you can get it right, you know. And that really and truly not just always comes from, hey, come on now, we got to be at the office. You know, I got to be on the air at 9 o'clock. Anybody got time for this? I got stuff I got to do. Nothing like that. But it also just comes from not feeling empowered enough to be able to say, this is what I like and this is what I don't like. You know, there's always a great position that, you know, we know how to either get you there or not get you there. But then there's also a position that gets me there.
Yeah, I think I will say that, to your point earlier, part of that is because we're crippled, some of us as teenagers, as girls, and our self-esteem is a factor, because I think that if you felt beautiful and you felt confident and you felt strong and you felt like your voice mattered, then you would be more willing
boisterous
to speak up for yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. So your point about unfortunately why
all
some
of this
end up
being
positive,
connected.
but the esteem piece from Esco and I were talking before you joined about just empowering our young women with culture and etiquette and travel and read literature, because that all plays into decisions that they will make, that they need all of that information to make that decision when the time is appropriate.
You are absolutely right. And one of the major things that, you know, we have to push for, and I know Polished Pebbles, one of your charities works for, and another girlfriend had this with her travel, right? Get off the block. If you leave the block and go downtown or go to another side of town, it changes your perspective.
Sure.
I'll never forget, I had a kid who was going to prom, and I knew he hadn't left the gardens, hadn't been out of the hundreds.
Wow.
Took him downtown, and I promise you, this kid said to me, I remember I came down here and saw this building talking about the John Hancock, which he thought was the Sears Tower. I saw this building when we were in 6th grade.
Right.
Now, mind you, I took him down there because I knew he hadn't been out of the neighborhood, introduced him to the doorman. I can't think, this was 12 years ago. I can't even remember this doorman's name. But black man at the Westin, that's where his prom was, right? Mm-hmm. And I said, hey, tomorrow you're not going to recognize, or in a couple of days, you're not going to recognize him because he's going to be suited and booted, right? But I just needed him to connect to somebody else down there so he knew he had somebody. Sure. Who would have him. I say, will you be working Saturday? He said, yes. Well, he'll be down here, but he'll be in a suit. And it was just amazing that he was downtown looking at the John Hancock, like, wow, you know. Now he ended up joining the Army and traveling and seeing other things and, you know, talking about those experiences. But you're so right. If we can just get the girls off the block and to recognize that this isn't it. I know you said we're not going to keep doing music, and I can't think of it, but I know you know it. MC Light's line about to think you were my first and thought you were the best or something until I had the rest. I can't think of, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
and it's totally gone. But it's so true, because we're thinking, come on. You know how you think the first one because you're in love with them. You connect emotion to that sex, and you're like, this is the one. And then you mess around.
You want to get real old. You want to talk about real old lady. You thought it was the one when you was grinding and having sex. Like
yes.
You know why you felt that pain right there at the top, right there, but
you had that orgasm. See that grinding, and that's another part. We'll talk about this too with these 6 things with women, right? You have to know how to make yourself get there, right? And so grinding actually happens. More orgasms are had with grinding because it's at least stimulating your clitoris versus penetrative sex, right? And some people aren't having that. So that's a really good point. That's why you felt like you connected that to, oh Lord, he just made me. What just happened here?
Myself.
And later on, you got it. And later on, you're like, why am I hurting right there?
Right.
You know, what the heck?
Sword in a mug.
You got it. And to be able to focus, another point was to be able to focus on the moment and tune out the outside noise. That's one of the things that we can get in our heads.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it to Cat Williams. We like, oh Lord, what about my stretch marks? He said, we don't care about your stretch marks, your gunshot wounds. We about to get sex.
Yeah.
You get in your head about your body image.
Yeah.
We tune out all that noise. Get that out your head, because we're trying to, we're about to get sex, and their goal is to get there. And we have to make that our goal in life too, all the time.
Yeah.
I do feel like we're always talking about orgasms on this show.
Best show ever.
Best show ever.
So let's go to, so you kind of are intertwining a lot of stuff, and I'm not certain that should we elaborate more, because you just mentioned the stretch marks, and so that goes with a positive body image, right?
Body image.
And then you also mentioned esteem. And then you mentioned as well, you mentioned knowing what you like. How do you accomplish those though? What kind of things can you do to, let's say, as a middle-aged woman, having been in a relationship and or having a kid, so you have some stretch marks that you're not totally proud of, and some esteem issues,
or not having had some kids, having gained some weight.
Yeah. So how do you get there? How would you help?
So, bigger than self-esteem, I'm gonna go back to Cat Williams. It's about yourself, right? And so you have to start looking at yourself. The first thing you can always do is look at you in the morning. I think people wake up and look at their cell phones before they look at themselves. They do, right? They get up and turn over, look at that cell phone. Even if you're just looking for the time or something, you look at your cell phone before you look at yourself. And that's really important, that you begin to look at yourself and look at all parts of your body, and not just in a negative way. You have to start acknowledging, oh, that's my, I had a cholecystectomy, my gallbladder removed, right? And my girlfriend, I'm walking through the house naked, hey, if you're my friend, you've seen me naked at some point, right? And she sees my mark and asked me about my partner and said, hey, do you ever feel that way in front of him, or about that mark? And I looked down and I go, I never thought anything about it. I said, I've never mentioned it. He's never mentioned it. He knew I'd had the surgery. So, I asked my partner about it and said, hey, you never said anything about this scar. He's like, oh, your bullet wound. He said, I knew you had surgery.
No.
And we fell out laughing. I was like, yeah, because I'm about this life. He said, absolutely. And it's so true. I never even thought of it. But she is a woman who is very self-conscious about her body, right? Mm-hmm. Very clear, every little thing she's always trying to keep it. She's one of the ones early on that was using like aging cream, right? And I'm like, I didn't know black women use aging cream. Right. Like, because I'm always with the black don't crack, right? So she's mixed, but she was still like, I'm using aging cream. The sooner we connect with our bodies and recognize it's yours, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not just it's mine, because some people think negatively because you're heavy. Think about it. Thin women go through that problem as well. Oh my God, I look so thin. I don't have any breasts. I don't have any butt. I saw somebody posting a dunk picture this weekend from Arizona. I don't know where somebody posted.
Maze brother said, you went out of town for the weekend? I said, no, that was from last summer. And then I had to tell them the hilarious story about how my kids showed me, like, how you turn your leg when you post, and how to read your swimsuit, and how you turn and what angle. I said, and it took me like 10 shots to get that one, because I was like literally frowning, and most of them like bending down to the crouching to the ground. They're like, "Mom, that's not it." I was like, "Okay, well, take the picture." And that's the one they got. But I look like Slim Thick. I look a little Slim Thicky on that.
That's what I'm saying.
So
very people, right?
Very cheeky. Esco said, "Forget turning the lights off. Turn them on. You gonna see all this, all this. You gotta say this,
all of this, all of this." And when you say it, you gotta move with it. All of this, right? You get all of this.
I don't think I like the lights on. I don't like the lights.
Really?
Now, I mean, maybe a flicker of the TV or the stereo. I'm dating myself, but the lights on, I'm good with. I don't want to see. I don't want it to be bright. I'm like, something about the dark.
Okay, well, first of all,
and your teeth and your eyes. The white of your eyes is romantic to me.
Okay, but then you're acting like you only have sex at night in the dark bedroom.
I'm not doing that. Daylight sex.
Daylight sex.
I'm like, can you turn the lights off?
Let me see.
I want to feel. I don't want to see. I saw all day. Just let me feel.
I'm a visual learner.
That is hilarious, right? Well, let me just say this, and I know it isn't you, but there could be something connected to that, right? When people are like, no. And that's what I tell women all the time. My joke, you say you just met you a new brother, he this, he that. And you're like, oh, cool. Does he have a turtleneck? Wait, what? I don't know. Know what a turtleneck is, right, ladies?
No, what is that? Oh, he hasn't been circumcised?
You got it.
Oh,
you got it. I love the moment. I saw the light come on. And you're like, oh.
I'm over here like, cut it out.
Cut it out.
You don't know.
Escobar is on one today. She said, cut it out.
You got it. If you don't know whether or not the penis that inserted you is circumcised or not, that's an issue, ladies. That's an issue.
Yeah, I
you don't know if
that one time in my life, I was like, whoa, this is whoa, okay, buddy. Yo,
what is that? Right?
Whoa, yeah. that was different. It was like the elephant, and then the bottom of an elephant feet. It was real, like.
I'm sorry. And so I'm going to connect that all the way back to, unfortunately, studies have shown men who are not circumcised have a higher rate of transmission for HIV.
Yeah,
because
for
of what they're
because
holding.
If they don't know how to roll that suck roll
properly
down
clean
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and so those types of that, there is a direct correlation to being uncircumcised.
Y'all circumcise your sons, okay? Take a lady.
I was just going to say, do it while they're babies, because adult men are like, you got it. I'm not going to go cut nothing off right now and go through that pain, but it also says something about that person, right? Like the history. Why were you not? Like it's pretty much the norm now, right? So where were you born that you all didn't get that to happen? What kind of healthcare did you have as a child? There's so many linkages to all of this and so many layers. And that's one of the reasons, again, that get it layered. You caught it. As long as you catch it. That's my turtleneck joke. There's so many layers to these conversations.
I can't with y'all.
I was trying to be a lady.
I'm such a freaking lady. Well, you're not gonna be a lady. Well, you might as well today. let me see today, because Torre and Sissy come in after this, right? It's Linda. Okay, so you could be a lady for that show, but then the bigs come, and you can be a homegirl. But then I said what I said. You might well go on here and break your hat off. You already know what it is for the rest of the day. This is your only,
because they said what they said.
Right. They
Right.
said what,
Right. And they go, and I was going to say, and they're going to stand on that. Let me just say this one other thing about self-esteem too, in connection with that. For some of the women who are like, oh yeah, I can take I run this, I do this, I'll have sex with you and put you out and do this or do that. That's another form. That sounds great, but that's another thing that sometimes you can tell you're overcompensating, right? You're being too hard and you're still not getting what you want. You see on Instagram and stuff, you know, with some, as they say, BBWs, big, beautiful women. And some say, I get more sex than you'll ever get. But are you getting the kind of sex that you want? Are you getting what you need, right? Are you getting treated the way you want to be treated, right? And the best part about having these conversations is it does make you kind of think, well, I'm getting sex every night. But am I getting it from somebody I really want it from? Am I getting it just to say I can keep a man and keep getting it? You know, so there's so many layers to this that connect with our sexual health.
Because guess what? Having sex, if
you
you're
got
just
it.
having sex to have it, I mean, have at it.
You got
like
it.
literally. But that is really, that's not a point of bragging. That's not a bragging right. That's
you got it. Unless of course
don't just be out here catching bodies. Like, don't do that. Like, it's just, this is not the smash challenge, okay? This is not that. Okay.
So why can't it be the smash challenge for women?
First of all, respect, because here's the thing. Respect yourself enough not to, there's no value in that. There's no value in a woman just out here boning the bone. There's no value.
What about a man? What about a man?
I'm gonna stay on the woman's side. They do that because the society has made them feel like that's their manhood, or that's what they should do. But the issue for me is that the girls are victimized by that, unwilling. Okay, because it's two different. I'm saying as a mother and a woman, there's nothing cute about just boning the bone, especially when you do it to yourself. I'm just, if you just need the feeling.
I get it. But that's also part of, as we talk about International Women's Day, that's also part of the liberation for women who were like, I can have as much sex as I want to have. But unfortunately, we continue to live in a society all over the world where I'm standing at the altar. Me and my husband both had 100 sex partners. Bottom line, we both had 100. Count them, names listed, everything. The people in the audience, the guests are like, man, I can't believe she took him off the market. She slowed him down because he had 100 bodies on him. All the men are saying, I can't believe he married that hoe.
I think I'm looking at it from a different perspective, though. I don't think I'm
just don't broadcast it.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, if that's your thing, have at it. I personally respect my body more than that, and was taught to respect it. I don't think there's nothing to brag about because you can always find you some D. That's not cute to me. That's not cute. It's not hard to find. They're everywhere. Like,
if I can't get nothing else, I might not be able to get.
The
love,
only D
respect,
I want to keep
money.
finding is degrees. Okay, like
hey, look
that's all
at
I'm
you.
saying. Don't teach your kids that, and if that is what you're doing in your bedroom, leave it there in your bedroom. It's nasty, first of all, with all the stuff that's going on out here in the world.
Sex is not nasty. Ma'am, you may not say sex is nasty on my segment.
You are not having sex with 100 people. You're not it's scary, period.
I haven't dated. I'm scared.
If you don't have proper sex
during
education,
COVID.
It's scary during COVID.
Pre-COVID, it's on and popping. Post-COVID, I'm back to myself.
Back that thing up.
You got it. You got it.
Gina, your point is.
I get what you're saying, Dawn, but I'm always pushing back that we don't slut shame, right? That we don't shame women for having just as much sex as men, or just as much sex as they would like to. If you have, for some reason, a sexual addiction, a high libido, or it's your money making, that's on you. You have a right to do it. My goal at all times, the public health in me, is to make sure you do it safely without spreading and or contracting. That's it. Without spreading and or contracting, right? And I would love to believe that every woman who has multiple partners with multiple, has multiple children with multiple men, right? That it was some liberating and freeing thing. But most studies show, and most of the time the women I've interacted with does show that every single time they connected it with love and thought they were going to be together and thought this was going to be the one, and so that's the part where I come in and say, have as much sex as you want. Everybody isn't worthy of having unprotected sex with you or you bearing their seed. Like, that's the real deal, right?
Yeah.
You take your power back by deciding who has unprotected sex with you, who bears your seed, because that way you know your sexual status, your health status, and theirs. And so working in the field of HIV, everybody's always trying to figure out who's spreading what, who she has sex with, who he had sex with, who gave them what. And I always remind people the best way to start this conversation is to know your own status, to update your own status. I love to say, when people say, I got tested, when I was pregnant. And I said, didn't we just celebrate your baby's 21st birthday, Dawn?
Right. You ain't been tested since then.
You got it. Right.
And my Astro voice, ruh-roh.
So I love that this is always a great conversation to have and always good to connect the dots. But let me tell you what doesn't happen. We have these conversations on the show, but lots of mothers do not have these conversations with their daughters.
True.
Lots of mothers do not, right?
Yeah. Some for different reasons. So we won't put everybody under that bus, but we will say some because the mother, Esco and I talked earlier about you don't know until you know, right? So as a parent,
you got it. Absolutely.
You just, the goal is to not repeat the lack of knowledge or the lack of sharing the knowledge. So certain things that we didn't learn from our parents that we have learned, we have to make certain that we instill those in our daughters and nieces. So the goal is to break that chain, that legacy of ignorance, literally. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. And that comes, think about it. Think about the things that our mothers, or grandmothers, our great grandmothers taught our mothers, grandmothers taught our mothers, and they taught us, even just the put butter on a burn, something really simple, right? Until you know better, you can't do better, right?
Facts.
And I know of women who are like, I don't care what he do, you keep that man. You know what? I know you all are going through it. Everybody's going through it. You just make sure that when he comes home, you have a nice meal for him, right? And so you're like, But he ain't been home in 3 days. Like, that's nothing to discuss. It's a thin line between love and hate. Are you hungry? Did you eat? Right. So that sounds great. But
until that 3-day-old food has penicillin growing on it, you're like, is that a salad with blue cheese? No, that's your meal from 3 days ago, bro. No.
So let me ask this of you guys. When is a good time to have that conversation? Or if you've been in relationships, do you have curfews?
Expand a little bit for me.
It's like real simple. What I said. Now I'm going all the way 3 shows later. I said what I said. Now that you're in a relationship, you're in a marriage, do you have a curfew?
Do I have one, or
we're married?
Do you have a curfew? Does your husband have a curfew?
In the house?
Hell yeah.
You know what a curfew is. There you go. You're like, but I love the concept. You're so confused. Like, wait, what? Like the time I can come in the house?
Because you know what? I don't think we do. I think there's a self-imposed maturity. So let's be real clear. When I'm hanging with y'all, Gina.
Yep.
It might be the daylight when I come home. Because for some reason, when our sisterhood hangs out, it's like, let's go to breakfast. And we're like, cool. And we all meet at 9 a.m.
But it's girls' day. Everybody knows that.
But the day part is where I'm going to blow your mind, Esco. Because this is 9 a.m. like on a Saturday.
Fun.
Pretty much.
And then about 7 a.m. Sunday morning, we still cracking up.
I declare.
Like, girl, it's the next day because the day never stops. It's like the longest day ever. Every time we all get together.
Yeah.
So I think those moments, I just live in that moment. But real talk, at my age now, like, I want to be home. Like, I never thought I would say that. But now it's just like,
I don't know.
But even not married, I just think I just don't want to be outside all the time. Like, something about being home and being still is so so grown.
But that's not just marriage. That's just maturity, right? Yeah. And so there are some times when people are like, "Look, good Lord, just stay home for a minute. Let me miss you for a minute." That's Darlene's line. Let them miss you for a minute. Just for a minute. But I want to go back to the curfew part simply because sometimes if we don't establish boundaries, right? And I'll never forget, some people are like, well, as long as it's respectful, as long as the sun don't catch you, the sun don't catch you if it's wintertime because it stays darker longer.
Right.
But if it's summertime, the sun can catch you, right? 7 a.m., the sun can catch you. Winter, you still might be getting home in the dark after we've hung out all day and night. But I always think it's important for couples to make those types of have those types of conversations, because it's kind of just like, well, we've been together every day. We're having unprotected sex. I'm paying your cell phone bill. You have a key to my house. Yeah, but I never said we would go together.
Well, let's just make a joke out of that one line you just said. Paying your cell phone bill in 2021 is not paying my Nextel bill in 1990 something. Okay?
Who are you?
So if you want to go back and pay something, you go grab that money I still owe Nextel. I'm trying to get off my credit. Okay, because that was a different bill. I had the chirper, I had the pager, I had all that.
Just so you know,
Nextel bill, that that little thing.
You didn't lose me. I cut the camera off on you on that one. I cut it off on you.
Because you can pay this $8 and you get all the broadband you want to. But if you wanted to pay a cell phone bill, you got to jump back into the early 90s and the late 80s when I had the phone in the bag and it cost me house notes to have a phone.
Yes.
Them cell phone bills was on God, they was $1,000 a month. I don't even
easily.
Curfew was a little triggering.
Curfew for me,
kind of like you have power over me, but it's true. It's a curfew. It's an agreement. She's right. You have to communicate and set that boundary.
Well, I feel, and I
thank you.
But I feel
thank you. Let's communicate and set that boundary.
For me, it's like I'm cooking dinner. Get your ass home.
Okay, but what about shouldn't somebody know that? If the person don't know that, then I'm gonna second guess the whole shimmy.
When you come and the locks.
But what did we just say? You do better when you know better. Think about how if in your last relationship you were allowed to stay out 3 days, then you get in this relationship and you say, "Whoa, homie, I cooked dinner." Yeah, but you cooked dinner. I mean, the food's still gonna be here. I didn't have to come home for it. Those are some of the things.
Then that's a problem. Not a problem.
That don't get communicated. That don't get communicated in relationships. And I think that it's important that we have those types of conversations. And it's not just, the curfew. I always like to do the curfew thing because it does exactly this. It sparks off well, you should know better. You should want to be home. You should know. Everybody knows you just don't do that. Everybody doesn't know that. Everybody doesn't know that, right? And you push the envelope further and further and further, right? I love the line, "I got drunk, so I just stayed where I was."
And my phone died.
Look, well, I tell you what, Ninja. Where should I ship these bags? Okay.
Because that's exactly what all that is, right? All of that throwing stuff out the window and getting mad, which takes me back to one of the things we talked about with self-esteem, right? Or the whole, I'm cool with mine. I'm standing on mine. I'm this and I'm that. Girl, if you were studying all that and it's just sex, then why are you cutting this stuff up?
Why have you turned it to left eye?
Why have you just
doing,
put everything in the tub and threw everything on fire? Right.
What is you doing, fire starter? What is you doing?
You got it. So we it's always good that we keep these conversations going, but it's also good that we have these conversations with other women that we know, but because you never know. And that's the great part about these that's the great part about this, really, all kidding done. You never know what's going to affect somebody, when the light bulb is going to come on for them, right?
True.
When they're going to be like, yeah, that's true. He doesn't call me unless it's, Thursday. I never see this guy on Friday night or Saturday night.
Right.
I only see him on.
You know how the panties, when we were little, you had labeled panties with the days? You should buy her those panties because that's your day.
There's a roster. You got to start it today. Sorry.
You're not right. It's only depend on the sport. Only it was an individual sport day or a team day. It's only one point guard. Just so you know, I'm just saying.
So, what day would you guys say is the most important day to have of the week?
Oh,
Sunday.
Every day. I'm gonna say every day.
Sunday.
You can't have every day. You're married, but right. If you weren't married,
Sunday. We go to church.
She said Sunday. I really like Sunday. I really like
because he's gonna be tired from the weekend. Not going for that one. Monday he'll be at work all day. But
Sunday starts at midnight. Saturday midnight.
Right, but he kicked it Thursday and Friday.
I don't know. I've been single so long. I don't know. I forgot.
I don't know. That's a good question, Gina. That's a good question. Let's
do your day. Quit trying to dog out Esco's day. Just do your day. She's like, no, don't do Sunday.
He's gonna be tired. Ain't gonna watch football. That's not gonna be her
I watch
day.
football though. That's why.
There you go.
That's a good question though. What say the viewers? If you had to choose a day, what would it be?
Yeah.
You only get one. I don't know if I'm comfortable with that question.
When you're single, Sundays are the loneliest days. Everybody's with their family. Even my daughter goes with her grandma.
Right.
I'm not rocking with this. I mean, I don't know. I can be greedy. Every day.
I know you want every day, but I want you to come up with a day that's yours.
But
Look, I want you
to
to
there Saturday night and you stay.
Okay.
I don't remember dating guys.
So
now, you know what? I really will say you have whatever day works best for you. Because keep it real, guys. If you work on Sundays, Sunday ain't a good day. Let's do a day when you're free. You can make a meal or grab something and have the best day that you don't have to get up early the next morning. So you have to make that day for you. I always like coming up with a day and saying that. And then really and truly a girlfriend pointed that out to me years ago and said, you always have a day. And I didn't mean to have a day. Like we would see each other other times during the week, but somehow or another, like with one guy, we had fish on Friday. He wanted to get together on Friday, right? And then another one, I don't even remember the show, but whatever show came on Tuesday nights, we were always together, because we talked about that show,
That was Wednesday, Empire. I say that was Wednesday.
Yeah, you got it. No, Empire was like, I'm by myself on that. Don't talk to right. I'm talking to you. You know what? Our girlfriend Kelly and I fell out over Empire. I love that.
I did too. I ain't gonna lie.
But you're right.
To the dirty end.
Pre-COVID, I DJ'd a lot, so my Sundays and Mondays were just like, ugh.
Yeah, yeah. So you have to you have to, but again, that comes with you knowing you and scheduling that, right? I love Sunday because I love getting up and cooking, right? So I don't mind. I like cooking breakfast, then I'm staying in bed watching football. But this is all in the fall. What about in the summertime? I'm in the streets with the girls because, I love a daytime party.
Right.
Ain't nothing like a day party. I done got old. I can do everything, have all this partying, and be home by 7 o'clock.
Day drinking is the best. Day drinking is kind of cool.
I have it. You are absolutely
Just
right.
Don't drive and then forget where you parked the car. Like, how did I get home? Oh, that way.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let me wrap this up. Gina, you said know what you like and dislike in the bedroom. Know how to please yourself before you put the expectation on somebody else to please yourself. You
got to be okay with your body.
Ability to focus on the moment tune out the white noise or the TV, and both of you have decided turn the lights on. I'm going to be the minority in that group, but I'm going to repeat it. You have to have work on having a positive self-image of your body, of your spirit, of your mind. You have to like self in its nudity, right? In the raw.
Yeah.
You have to trust your partner.
Can I just go with
have
that very
some
quickly?
kind of security with them that they will actually not just be out here and put you in.
Let me jump in there, Dawn, for that with that trust. Okay. That's one of the things that don't say it to us. Don't lie to yourself. I don't care what it looks like on the outside. You know whether or not you really trust your partner and you feel secure emotionally with that person.
Gotcha. And then know your partner's status. You gotta do some homework.
And that starts with knowing your own status. You can't talk about statuses unless you know your own.
That's
something I got tested when I was pregnant.
That's facts. That's facts. And then protect yourself. Just make certain that you are practicing it safely, right?
Yeah.
Would that be fair?
Yeah, that's always, know what, and I think one of the things that about know what products are right for you and stuff, and we had this conversation already because you won't even touch yourself, but that's okay. You have a product that can touch you. So we have products that you can use to touch yourself with.
Somebody said, I miss brunch at Duffy's. Okay, Gina, I love you. It's been a
Thank
smash.
You so
It's been a smash. No.
It's been a stone cold groove.
I'm going to let you go.
Hey, don't forget to like the Monday Night Mingle page.
Monday Night Mingle, y'all. On Facebook and IG.
You got it.
I'm going to let you go because I got to swing. I've been swinging all day. I'm going to keep swinging. I got to let you go because I'm going to get
we'll do a whole show on swingers.
Look, you mean?
We'll do a whole show on swingers.
Right. Oh, no. That's so gross to me. But
you opened the door.
I did open the door, literally. We should do a show on that after Women's Month. But I'm gonna swing on my brother boss. So I have to let you go so that I can close the show, so that I can leave out of the studio in proper timing
and
to
be
prepare
on time
for the next show. Right. Teray and Sissy coming through. So love you, Gina. I'll see you next week.
Love you all.
I learned how to drop you live. Watch this. Watch me. Watch this.
Oh. But
wrong.
wait.
I did it wrong.
I'm doing my wait.
Look, hold on.
There you go. Good job.
There you go, little girl. The kid.
She gone.
There. Poof. And she's gone. Hey, listen. It's been a blast. Girl Talk on Mondays. Love it. Let me tell you two things before I get out of here. Being a boss is not a job title. It's a state of mind. Okay? It's not your job title. It's a state of mind. You can boss your own self. Boss your damn self. And the other thing is, just want y'all to know, for everybody who says that I'm acting different, I'm not acting different. I'm just reacting different. Okay?
Wait a minute.
Can I drop this? Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not acting different. I'm just reacting different, okay? So, yeah. You knew her. Okay? Anyway, I'm going to stop swinging. I need the sound thing, the ding, 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 to put me back in my corner. Okay?
Okay.
Yes.
I'm scared I'm ducking. They can't see me.
Thank you for spending a little time with me. Tomorrow we have Reggie Foster Jr., saxophonist. Dope. New album out. We're going to have him behind the brown door. It's all things music. I posted the Behind the Brown Door music list with all of the artists.
A bunch of new music is coming with the book.
And they're probably not on there, but these are the ones that we already have. So I will update it as we add people. But check them out. All their Instagram handles are on there. You can go and you can download their music from their sites. Thank you for spending a little time with me. Remember to lead with love. Use your voice to be a positive impact. Have a wonderful day. Tune in to the next page of the Book of Dawn tomorrow. And as always, even when she graduates this year, I'm going to say peace and roll tide roll.
WIFTBPM